Hello class 6, we have already done 6 stanzas of the poem Robinson Crusoe story. We have seen in the first stanza that how Picadilly Daisy carried the crew and the captain, and then it met with shipwreck and drowned everybody else, and Crusoe was fortunate enough to swim to safety. And after that, we find that Crusoe was very lonely in that island because he was only living in other than Friday, who used to come to clean his cave and polish his shoes on Sundays. And we have seen that how Crusoe, just to relieve himself from boredom, imagined his cave to be an inn, and just as a innkeeper waits for the wayside travelers at the door to welcome them. In the same way, he would also sit at the door and wait for his imaginary customers. Now, next we find that the things that Crusoe ate was rather very, very wild kind of fruits, and he ate whatever he got, and he gives us examples of parrot lizards, toasted lizards, and he puts it in a very humorous way that I'm very fond of beaten pie. So that is, we can understand that the difficult conditions he lived in, he had no other way. In order to survive, he had to feed on those kinds of things. Then we find that when he also tried to refine his clothes by following the process of tanning, because he was seeing that sometimes the moths were sitting on the clothes and eating them up, which made him very worried. And then he puts it in a humorous manner that once he refined his clothes by scraping them and sand them and then he boiled them, then it was like a fine Morocco suit. And he said that it's not only that we are only staying at home, we also go out for outing for picnics, then we take a carrot as refreshment for the parrot. So there we stopped the other day, and now we will see that what are the things that Crusoe and his animals brought from the excursions. Now, as I said, that excursion here means picnic, but he has given the word excursion just to make it sound very educational or scientific in that way. Then we gather as we travel bits of moss and dirty gravel. So, what are the things he brought home? Bits of moss. In moss, you can see that they are very small, tiny plants, which generally you find when there is a lot of rainy season. You find that moss and dirty gravel. Gravel are small stones. Gravels are sometimes to make paths. Gravels are used in that way. So, what are they? Bits of moss and dirty gravel. These are the things we used to bring home. And we chip off little specimens of stones. Specimens here means, as I have given, meaning samples. Okay, samples of stones. So, he is bringing things as a, as we whenever we go for vacations, we buy certain things as a memory of that place in that way. Not only this, not only as mementos, but also he is bringing certain things which could be of use to him, which he could make use to make his life a bit more comfortable, or to decorate his cave. And he carried home as prizes. So we also, we just don't go there, but we also collect many things, and among them is we carry home as prizes funny bugs of handy sizes. Handy size means size, that is the size of a hand. So bugs which are quite big in size, so handy sizes. So we are bringing all these things just to give the day a scientific tone. Scientific tone means make their outing sound. It's educational in nature. Okay, so to make it sound that it is not just an ordinary picnic, but they are trying to also collect things, just as for during excursions. When students go there, they collect a lot of data and come to conclusion and all these things. Okay, so that is the reason why we say that we bring all these things just to give the day a scientific tone, to make it educational in nature. If the roads are wet and muddy, we remain at home and study. Wet and muddy, we can understand that he is talking of rainy season. So what do we do at that time? We cannot go out, so we stay at home. For the goat is clever at a sum. So goat doing sums. Okay, so we have seen that it's rather funny. And the dog, instead of fighting, studies ornamental writing. Ornamental, you can see fancy, decorated, or you can say he's trying to create some creative writing in that ornamental writing. So he's practicing decorative writing or fancy writing in that way. And while the cat is taking lessons on the drum, cat is taking lessons on the drum, he's learning to play, he's learning how to play a drum. So we can see that Crusoe is trying to engage himself in these domestic animals in such a way, and also the poet is presenting to us the things that Crusoe did in a very humorous manner. It's very funny. We have never seen a goat doing sums and the dog doing decorating ornamental writing, and cat taking lessons on the drum. Maybe sometimes in cartoons we do see cats taking lessons in that way or such things. But other than that, it's not. So just to make things lighter, but actually we can understand that life was very tough for Crusoe out in that desolate island. We retire at 11. Retire means we go to bed at 11. And we rise again at 7. That is, we go to bed and in the night we go to bed at 11 and again rise at 7. I wish to call attention as I close. That is, as I close means as I come to the end of it, to the fact that all the scholars here he refers to the animals as scholars. Okay, because Crusoe considers them as children, and that is why he is trying to educate them. This is also it also shows the poet's sense of humor by this very word scholars. Are correct about their collars. Collars means behavior, and are particular in turning out their toes. Turning out their toes refers to the sleeping posture. So what this means is that though they were animals, okay, but they were very disciplined, and they were very particular about going to bed on dying and rising up at the same time. So this brings us to the end of the poem, Robinson Crusoe story. Hope you have understood it, because it is a long poem, but it is not a very difficult one, and rather it is a very funny poem. Please read the poem carefully, and yes, read it, and whatever answers are given in the PDF, please write them in the in your copy, and also do the homework problem. Thank you.